Hey, welcome back to another video. Just making a cup of tea, well, coffee in my case. Sorry about the light behind you. I'll just leave you there while I make a coffee and then we can go and have a yarn on the couch. I hope you're all okay in this weather. We've had, I don't know, we've had a few 10 days of rain, I think, something like that. Just drizzling now. It's not as bad as it has been, but Dunedin was flooding yesterday and a lot of students were evacuated. Where we live, we're up on the top of a hill, so we're absolutely fine. But the road going down past our house is really wet, really damp. And we were around at Ryan's before earlier on today having a coffee, and his road, he's up on top of a hill too, and his road's really like that as well. So yeah, it's a lot of crap weather around at the moment. So I hope you're dry and safe and warm and whatever you're doing. I thought I'd better make this video because I forgot to tell you about it. Well, it only just happened, so, but it's been in my plans for a while, well, in my head. So I'll give you an update and tell you all about it. So to start it off, as you can probably tell by the caption, I've left Mainfreight. And before you all go, what the hell, Jonesy, you've only been there 3 months. I thought it was your ideal job. I thought it was what you always wanted to do. I thought you wanted to get out of farming and do it. Well, no, I'm not going back to farming. Not now and not ever. When I left farming for good. But now, Mainfreight's just, look, don't get me wrong. It was a great job for what it was. I was only there for 3 months. And it was a great job for what it was. But unfortunately with Mainfreight is when it's wet and cold, like because we're in the south and that deep south, when it's snowing, trucks can't get through, deliveries can't be made. When it's wet, the roads are too wet and the bloody, I don't know, the rail's not going or bridges get washed away, so there's no work. I would say over the past, I'll put you down here, I'm just going to roll the smoke. I would say over the past 3 months I've been there, I have had about 14 or 15 days sent home due to the weather, or text early morning saying no work today due to freight not being able to get in. Now I don't get paid if I get called off. Okay, if I get told not to come in, I don't get paid. Which is, you know, it's understandable, and I understand that. And I understand it's winter, so, you know, you can't control the weather. And in summer, it's probably busy as hell. But like anything in life, it's business. I've made my decision for a business decision, not a personal attack on Mainfreight or anything like that. It was just what's right for me and Debbie. And I got I got offered a job this morning. So I worked for Mainfreight right up till this morning. So I didn't tell Mainfreight how I've been feeling, because you don't really want to tell your bosses that you're thinking about leaving and going elsewhere. I did get my class 2 from Mainfreight, so I'm always grateful that I got my truck license through them. But I saw a job advertised on Trade Me in Dunedin for T&G. So T&G is called Turners and Growers. Those of you that know it, it's called Turners and Growers, and it used to be called the Apple and Pear Board. 23 years ago, I worked for a company called the Apple and Pear Board, driving forklifts and loading and unloading trucks. And I went for this interview, and the funniest thing came about is the guy that employed me 23 years ago is now the head manager of T&G, recognised me straight away and offered me a different position. He offered me a position of floor manager of 120 staff at T&G. I'm not going to go into detail about the difference it pays in Mainfreight, but it does pay a lot more than Mainfreight, and I was doing very well on Mainfreight. But it guarantees 45 hours a week, so if you don't go to work, you still get paid for 45 hours a week. It's still Monday to Friday, 7 till 3:30 or 4 o'clock, depending on what it is. I saw that job advertised last week, and I went in this morning because I was called off work at 4:15 this morning, saying don't come in today because of the rail, because of the rain. I went in for the interview. I got offered the job within half an hour, and start date is tomorrow morning. And I was like, he's like, when can you start? And I'm like, oh, because I hadn't even given Mainfreight any notice. But I've become very good friends with the manager of Mainfreight, and we talk quite a lot and smoke outside quite a lot, and we had quite a good relationship. So I took the risk on and said, he's like, when can you start? I said, when do you want someone? He said, I want someone to start tomorrow. And I was like, done deal. So signed everything, and I had to do another drug test, which you have to do in these places. I'm not used to that. Farming, you didn't have to do it, but here I've had to do it. Passed, obviously. Got the job, and I start in the morning. I then came home and said to Devia, what do I do? I've got to go and see Jason at Mainfreight and let him know that I'm leaving, but I'm leaving as from the second. I just thought, oh, look, I've just got to go and do it. So I went down to Mainfreight, and he was like, oh, hey, bro, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be at work. And I just put my hand out, like to shake his hand. I didn't say anything, and he went, oh my God, not you too. I've lost 2 already today. So he had lost 2 other staff today due to there's just no work. And in summertime, like I said, there's probably heaps. But in winter, there's none. And bills don't stop in winter and start up again in summer. They keep coming. As you all know, they keep coming every month. So I explained my situation. I explained why I wanted to leave. I explained that it's nothing to do with him personally or Mainfreight personally, and thank you for putting me through my class 2 and giving me the opportunity to work outside of farming. But when you get an opportunity to manage 120 staff, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for me, and I've got to take it. And we left shaking hands and him saying, if you ever need a reference, bro, you've got one, just come and give me a ring. You're one of the best staff I've ever had, even though it's for a short time. So that's good, you know. I left on good terms, and then start my new job tomorrow. It feels like I'm going back to school again, you know, when you start that first job again. You got to go to, you know, where do I go? Where's the lunchroom? Where's the toilets? Who's who? Who's this? Who's that? Where do you go for this? Where do you go for that? You know, it feels like a school day again, but it is what it is. And I'm buzzing because it's a job where I get to put my management skills or my people skills to test. Am I patient? Can I understand people's problems when people are always sick? If they ring me, am I going to go off at them, or am I going to understand? This puts me at a whole new level of, being in charge of people. So Ryan seems to think I'll do very well at it. I think I'll do very well at it too. But it's a guaranteed 45 hours a week. And it's not a salary, it's an hourly rate. So if I do more, I get paid for more, whatever, but I don't get paid for less. And that's what I wanted. You know, I'm kicking on in life now. I'm 50 in 6 weeks' time. So I wanted a job that's going to be secure for the next 10 years, if I can. Not that I'm going to stay. I could stay there 3 months and then flick off. Booths were offering a job, the same thing. Booth Trucking Company. And I rang them up and they offered me a interview on Monday coming up. But I had to email them today and say thanks for the email, but I've already got a job. So there's jobs out there, you know, and people say there's no jobs. Well, Jonesy, an ex-criminal, it's fair enough. My police record is clear now because it's been 9 years or something. Can't even remember. I don't even think about it because I don't talk about this sort of stuff anymore. But it's been cleared. It gets cleared after 7 years unless it's like a murder or a rape or a charge like that. It just gets cleared. So obviously they don't know about my past, and they don't need to know because it's not legally on my forms anymore. So when I asked the police, do I have to declare it, they said no, it's been wiped, so you don't have to legally declare it if you don't want to. So I don't. If they find out, that's their problem. It's not mine. It's a thing that happened a long time ago. So it doesn't really affect anything. I don't believe it does anyway. But like I said, there's plenty of jobs out there. I haven't got any experience with I've managed to farm with 1 staff, not 120. But it's the same thing, but on a larger scale. But you got to try. Hey, you got to try these things. You got to try earning more money and working less as you get older. If you know what I mean. Like, you know, I've certainly done my years of hard long, grommy days. Now I think it's time to work less and make more money, if you understand what I mean. I don't know how those helicopters fly in weather like this. Jeez. Yep, so that's what I'm up to. I can't really tell you much about the job because obviously I start tomorrow. But once I start, I'll figure it out and learn more about it. Again, I probably won't put any more videos up on YouTube, guys. I was going to put up videos on YouTube about it for you, but there's a lot of policies about putting things on videos now on companies don't like it, but they don't mind you taking short clips. That's why I always say to you guys, if you are interested and if you do want to see my clips of work, do it Jonesy on TikTok. I put up heaps of clips there of mainfrieght, the trucks, what I did, where I was, you know, bits and pieces, always little bits of clips I stick up, and I'll continue to do that because it's easy for me to do, doesn't take up any time, and it's not breaching any, you know, conditions and rules from my bosses. But yeah, as for filming it like I used to on the farm, I can't do it. So if you, like I said, if you want to see all I do, it's just do it Jonesy on TikTok, and then you can see clips. And otherwise, as you can probably see, I'm moving a little bit away from YouTube now. I don't tend to put as much up, but it's only because I'm doing other things in life too. You know, you know, we've been to Oamaru, we've been to Cronwell again. Life's just really good at the moment and busy in all sorts of ways. But yeah, I've sort of taken a back step to YouTube, and I mean, it's not my income. It doesn't. It's just I just like to keep you guys informed because you guys have stuck with me for all these years. So I'd like to keep you guys informed. But like I said, you know, TikTok's where I sort of just do most of my things now. But that's what I'm up to. Starting tomorrow, I am the manager of the cool store part. So, you know, I'll be going outside in Dunedin at 2 degrees and then going into -3 into the freezers all day and working. But my son made a good point. He said, well, at least when you come out of there, Dad, and come out into the 3 degrees weather, it'll feel warm. That's a good point. Probably bloody well. I'll probably come out in the end of the day and feel like it's bloody summertime. I don't know. I've got no experience at this, so I'm just going to try my hand at it. It does need a forklift license and an OSH certificate to work there. I said to the guy, I don't have a forklift license. I got a class 2 at mainfrieght, but never went for my forklift. He said, oh look, if someone's away you might need to jump on for an hour, but you got to have it. So he's put me through a course on Tuesday. It's just a 4-hour course in the afternoon, and they pay for me to get a forklift license and OSH certificate, which is good. It'll give me my forklift, my OSH, and my class 2 truck license. So it all helps. A bit late in life to be doing it. I wish I'd done this years ago and hadn't been such a prick and dickhead, but fine things, that's a hindsight, isn't it? But I'm doing it now, so yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you a quick update on what I'm doing, how I've been, what my plans are, and yeah, like I said, if you want to see more clips and know what's going on, flick over to TikTok, guys, and I do uploads every like 2 or 3 days on TikTok, if not every day. As in, if you see on YouTube, it's once every week, once every month, once every 6 weeks, whenever I sort of got time. So until next time, guys, hope it's good. Hope you stay clean, dry, warm, and keep out of this weather. And I'll catch you next time. Cheers, guys.